The next story is called Flash Encounter. Weeks went by. Percy had an endless fun time at the harbour. He bam boom, biff bang, trucks everywhere, and the trucks yelled, "Ooh, ow, be careful with us! Ooh, ow, be careful with us!" Percy laughed. He had just put some trucks away, and now he was at the station platform, watching some people go by. He just realized those people belonged to the work surface of the harbour. He noticed by the special uniforms and blue collars they were wearing. But they weren't the only employees in the harbour. Up ahead was a signal box for the points next to the water. The signalman there was new, and he was clueless of what he was doing. He had a test run, and the first day of his job was today. He also always carried a flashlight, just in case it was dark and he needed to see the engines whenever they weren't wearing their lamps. It was the next morning, and Percy was happily arranging trucks in the harbour yard. It was a peaceful sunny day, and not many people were up yet. It was early in the morning, and the water was splashing calmly and coolly against the canal bit. As Percy shunted some trucks to the quay, he saw a workman walking towards him. He put his trucks away and carefully listened. The workman came for Percy. "Hello there, Percy. I got a special task for you." "What is it, sir?" Percy asked curiously. "I need you to take some trucks to the upper side of the dock instead of here." But why, sir? Am I not always the permanent shunter here?" "Oh, you aren't permanent anyway," he laughed. "You're going away as soon as you're, let's just say, out of service for this harbour, and back to your old job." Percy laughed. "Well, anyway," continued the shunter, "I need you to take them there, because they're in need of trucks and loads. The quay station has been empty, and we just need a little more arranged." "All right, sir." Percy was ready to go and set off, coupled up to the trucks, and whooshed away to the other side. Meanwhile, the signalman was having trouble finding his flashlight. "It's not here, it's not there," he grumbled dreadfully. "Oh, this is a disaster. As a signalman, I need my proper flashlight." It was hidden underneath his signal desk, but he was a little forgetful that morning and didn't really remember where he put it last night. He went to bed very late, and he woke up early too because of the lack of sleep. Percy was slowly passing by, and the signalman started to panic a little. "Oh no, here's our first engine. Hope that poor thing doesn't land on anything." He hastily searched for his flashlight even more and even harder. "Come on." Percy spat through. He whistled, "Beep beep, hello," to the signalman as he went by. The signalman panicked even more, but gave a weary sort of laugh and smile as he still tried to look for his flashlight. Up next to the quay are bend grounds and some old track that used to be a siding, but are now used as trap points. They simply have no value now, except for trapping engines whenever they're into a runaway at the quay to prevent nasty accidents. They don't have buffers, of course, because they're only trap points, but perhaps they made the tracks a little too long. An engine could easily fall down and crash straight into the water if not secured properly or enough. They were planning to add these old buffers in the warehouse, but they haven't come to that yet. Anyhow, Percy was speeding through lovely. He enjoyed the peaceful morning canal sight, and the seagulls were flattering over. Percy almost hit one with a smoke box, but knew to prevent it just before. "Heh, silly animals," he chuckled. That would have been a distraction, but it wasn't the only thing that distracted Percy. Right at that moment, as Percy passed, the signalman tripped over something he left on the ground. Oh! He just prevented a nasty fall on his head, but when he got up and scrubbed it, he saw the flashlight. "Hurrah! I've saved it again!" Percy rounded the bend above the quay. He was nearly to the other side, when all of a sudden, the signalman accidentally turned on the flashlight. Oh, oops. Well, I guess this thing still does need batteries. It shone right through the window where Percy was passing. Percy got a straight whipped in his eyes and face. "Oh, I am blinded!" called Percy. "I can't see! Stop me, driver! Stop me!" But before the driver could do that, he got the flashlight in his eyes too. What's worse was the signalman got confused too, and accidentally switched the points to the trap points above the key. Percy went straight over them. By the time he had got his vision back, he noticed that he was going straight off the rails. Help! Then he noticed he went into the old trap points that the worker had told him about. Oh dear! Percy knew to stop himself just in time, as his driver put on his controls and brakes hard. Percy was dangling dangerously above the edge, as the water shrooshed in showers underneath him. "Get me back!" worried Percy. His driver didn't know how. They were stuck too deeply. The signalman only then saw and realized what he had done. He climbed out of the signal box and quickly ran over to the situation. "Oh dear goodness," he said. "I did not mean to do that, little engine. Are you alright?" "I'm fine," shivered Percy. "I guess. But could you please get me back on track?" Percy and his crew got lucky. There was an engine passing nearby at the harbour, and he got them back onto the rails in no time. Percy was thankful, but he had learned another lesson. Don't get too blinded by things, or else you do not see the way ahead of you anymore.